Peace family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about 3 ways you should think of this realm we are in right now, which is energy, frequency, and vibrations. Energy, frequency, and vibrations. So we all know that we possess energy, right? It's kind of like batteries, you know. The battery isn't the energy is within the battery is just the wholehearted soul cell name of it. But then you have the frequencies out here, which we can understand those by radios, walkie-talkies with different stations, all these different things that tune in to different frequencies. And you can also think of, you know, your gamma rays, your X-rays. These are also different frequencies. But then you also have your spiritual thoughts, which vibrate on different frequencies. And that's actually what we was going to get into next, was vibration. We have 2 ears. We have sensories all over this right here. Our hair is actually helpful to our sensory system. But it helps with being able to receive vibrations, being able to feel the vibrations out and around you. That's why we actually have 2 ears, 1 mouth. It's more vibration built around us than we actually need to project from this mouth right here. This mouth is supposed to be precise. It's almost like a wand, you know what I'm saying? If you think about it in that manner, if you don't use this, say you just stitch it, seal it, all you have is this to listen, to tap in. You use your normal body signals and things that you would do to kind of communicate outwardly. But then once you unseal this, now you can actually be more direct. You don't have to use as much body language if you would not like to. These were 3 huge ways for me that helped me understand the spiritual realm more, my thoughts, and also helped me understand what's actually going on out here. Understanding that this tree right here is vibrating. You know, this is a live, living tree right here. This tree is vibrating. You know, this tree is also producing energy. We can say the same about all of this right here. You know what I'm saying? Energy, frequency, vibration. The main 3 key ingredients is to kind of like really understand it, because if you notice, even once you start ascending, you start learning more knowledge and information about the important shit, because we learn shit all the time, but it doesn't be important shit. But when you start learning the important shit, the natural flow of things, you realize you start actually using those words more. You probably never even really used those words before. And actually vibing, slang term, just kind of became a thing within the past 10 years or so, you can say. Like it was all part of the same flow. Everybody didn't always used to say vibe and vibing and these things like that. But now, because we're in the day and age of information, and most people could tell you, there's no more excuses for why you don't know certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you hop in your car, you can type in your question. When you're walking to your car, you can type in a question. If you don't have a car, you're just walking, you can type in all of these questions. If you don't like YouTube, you can type it into Google. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like Google, you can do, I think Yahoo has a search. There's plenty of different engines that you can use now, so that way there is no more excuses to not know certain things. Now, if you just struggling financially or something, because your frequency just doesn't really want to vibe low and focus on money, even though we know we need money out here, that's completely different. That is completely different. You are actually putting yourself in a better solitude, in a more peaceful state, even though it may not feel peaceful because of the social norms out here that make us feel like, all right, well, Everything you should be doing should be for the dollar. You should always be getting to the dollar. And when you think about it that way, we already know the dollar is energy. That shit only is relevant because we make it relevant. If all of us decided to say, hey, we don't agree with the dollar bill anymore, we don't want to use it, then it's null and void. It's only because the people, we all said it was okay. And it's weird when we say these words because it's like we don't understand that you, me, I am the we are the people, So we always make it seem like it's some far out kind of thing. No, it's actually just a frequency kind of thing. Once you understand which frequency you are, then you understand, okay, well, these thoughts is keeping me vibrating down here, which is why I'm not understanding some of these higher up perspectives up here. But anytime you up here in these higher perspectives, you're automatically gonna understand and know these ones down here. Now, as far as the opposition goes, that way, you may not be as aware because you may not have faced as many oppositions depending on where your geographical land is at, wherever you are at, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you are. So, but knowing that all of this, what I wanted to do as an example too was, I was thinking it was like some video I saw a long time ago, but it was like when my mini was real little. She was probably still a baby. I think me and my band may have even been still living with each other around that time. But I remember seeing that video and it was just how would you, why don't you throw those pieces of papers away or those drawings that your kids draw? You're not gonna sell them. You're not gonna put them up in no art gallery or anything like that. You know what I mean? But it's once they put those colors, those crayons, pencils, whatever they're using, paint, once they put it to that paper, their energy signature is now established on that paper. That's a huge reason why a lot of people who are parents or have a hard time throwing that kind of stuff away. Not saying that they don't throw it away, they can't throw it away, because I have to, but when you first start, it's difficult, and then you still kind of keep some of the stuff because their energy signature is on there. So it's just like when we sign things, we're putting our energy there. Our energy leaves a lingering remnants behind us. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. If you understand that your energy leaves a remnants behind you, like residue, like when you're cooking something and you don't get it all the way off the pot because it's just too, you don't want to scrape all a little bit of shit. It's still residue. You got the bulk of it, most of it up. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the energy. But then once you understand which frequency, how the universe works in frequencies, right? Then you can understand which way you are pushing towards. If you're vibrating and pushing more towards a higher up frequency, or if you're vibrating and pushing more towards a lower frequency. Anything that's keeping you stagnant, still in place, feeling like a stalemate, all of these kind of things, long time distractions, all of these are things that are pulling you to a lower frequency. It's nothing wrong with, lingering, playing, lollygagging, doing these things, but you have to look at it like this. If you're vibrating up here and you're playing and lingering and lollygagging, it slowly goes down, right? But it depends on how much energy you give. Now, if you give it a lot of energy for a lot of hours, and if you are really invested into it, it's going down faster. It's not always going to move and operate the same way, but you have to understand, all right, once I know these tactics and these is kind of energy, vibration, frequency, how these things is kind of operating out here, then that allows me to understand what's actually going on with the beings around me. What's going on with these environments and these stores and places and locations that I go to? What's up with some of these spots that I go to? You know what I'm saying? Some of them I really enjoy a lot. Some of them I fucking dislike. I don't want to go near they fucking stores. That is just how I feel about some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I go to extreme measures to stay away from some stores. Because I don't like the energy frequency signature in their store. I I don't like it, so I stay away from it. And it's the same thing with out here in different places and locations, you know what I'm saying? But energy, frequency, and vibration, you should definitely understand that is a key sauce ingredient to really understanding what the fuck is going on out here, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to run it up too long, just something slight and enlightenment, you know what I'm saying? Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.